This is the inside of a 1995 Kenworth. This is a T800, but all your 95 Kenworths will have a similar interior. They all share the same cab, W900, T600, T800. You know, they all share the same cab, so. Yeah, this is a 95. We got some gauges over here. What do we got over here? Voltmeter, water temperature, engine oil temperature, and engine oil pressure, and the turbo boost gauge. Could have one more here, but not there. Down here is your dome lights. So that light right there, and then these two lights, but that one's burnt out. And that one's an LED light that we've added recently. This is your manual engine fan. Flip it up, the engine fan comes on and stays on. Flip it down, it's automatic based on the temperature. Here's the key. Old school Kenworth key. Turn signal. And high beams, low beams is right here. That's pretty neat. It's not like a modern truck. And, you know, turn signal. High beams, low beams right here, but since the key's not on, they don't come on and off. But when the high beams are on, this lights up. This right here lights up. And then your four-way flashers like that. And then to turn them off, you just do that. It's got a manual crank window on this side. And this switch right here is electric window for that side. And this is your trailer brake. It's got a huge steering wheel. And your tachometer and an hour meter. And the speedometer with the odometer. The odometer reads 271,400. It's probably rolled over. It's probably over 1 million. It might be 2 million for all I don't know. This is a day cab, so who knows. And then right here you've got your primary and secondary air pressure, applied brake pressure. So when I step on the brake pedal, it tells me how much brake pressure I'm using. You got forward axle temperature, which doesn't work. Fuel gauge, which does work. Transmission temperature doesn't work. When the key's on, that needle goes all the way the other direction. Same with the forward axle. The rear axle temperature does work. And then we got the Hvac. Not Hvac? It's a vacuum pressure gauge for the air filter. So as that needle climbs up, when it gets, close to the 20 where the red zone is, you need to put a new air filter in, or clean your air filters. And then suspension load gauge, so that's how much air pressure is on my airbags. You can kind of guess how heavy my trailer is that way. And a blank spot for another gauge. And then up here on the kickout panel, we've got marker lights, headlights, and separate marker lights. So this switch only turns on the little lights that are on the fender. I don't know, that little chrome light. Yeah, that light right there. So that's all that switch does. This switch only turns those lights on and off. Then you got your headlight switch, and then this switch turns on the lights that are up on the cab and the trailer lights. And then we got fog lights, and then this is the lights that are on the back of the cab so you can see in the dark. This is your engine brake on and off, and then the levels. So this one is level 3, all the way down is level 2, and then right in the middle is level 1. And they do it that way because you're level 3 and you don't want to try and barely move it to get level 2. You just want to go level 2. he hardly ever would use level 1, so level 1's in the middle, and then on and off. And I put a pin cap on there so I could feel the different switch when it's dark, because this is pretty dark even with the lights on it. When I'm driving in the dark, it's hard to see, so it's easier to feel it out that way. And then you got your cruise control on and off, and then set and resume. This switch is for the beacon lights on the cab. This is the windshield wiper, so all the way that way is off. Turn it once, it goes slow, and then the more you turn it, the faster it goes. And then you turn it one more time, and that is constant low speed, and then one more time constant high speed. And then mirror heaters, and then this switch here is a rocker switch that is set in the center, so if you push it up and let go, it springs back to the center. And that is the control for the mirror over there, which does work, but not when the key is off. But that mirror is a moto mirror, this mirror is not. And then this spare switch is missing, and then they got a spare switch here that I am not sure what it does. This is the fifth wheel slide. This one is the axle dump, the air pressure, lets all the air out of the airbags. And then this one is the inner axle lock. And it does run, we do run E-roads, E-logs, because I'm paid by the hour, and that's the easiest way to keep track of my hourly pay. And then down here we've got HVAC, and basically you got hot and cold. There's no in between. Defrost, heat, vent, off, low, medium, high. This little square button, if it is pushed in, that is recirculation. If you pull it out, it is brings in air from outside. Then you got your trailer brake and your tractor brake, cup holder, one 12-volt plug. There's only one 12-volt plug in this whole truck. And a little cubby down here. Moving up top here, this would be warning lights. So let's just say, turn on the key, there's all the warning lights. It always says low oil pressure until you actually turn the engine over, because the sensor is not picking up any oil pressure. And then right here, there's a circuit breaker for the trailer lights. If the circuit pops, you just push that to reset your trailer light circuit. Stereo. I don't know how old that stereo is. It's not a 1995. And I got a CB and a company radio that works pretty well as long as you're close to our operating area. Basically the Willamette Valley in Oregon, it works pretty well. And they got passenger seat. That is the original passenger seat from 1995. This is the PTO on and off. Push the clutch in and then slide this back, and it turns the PTO on. And then this would, if I had an end dump, or basically if I had an end dump trailer, this is how I'd move the end dump up and down. Permit book. There's the glove box over here, which actually has quite a bit of room in it. Just close. And that is about it. It's an 18-speed transmission. The transmission was replaced recently, and so this is actually a more modern shifter than it should have, but still an 18-speed. That's about it for this is the inside of a 1995 Kenworth.